Yeah, Stella, baby. Finna get right. Here we go. Yeah, listen. I ain't really tryna hold too much pride. Feeling like Michael, how I beat those odds, yeah. She's a real winner, and I can't deny she fine as wine with time. I don't really care for the clout, no fame, but you better make sure you know my name, yeah. This is real life, and it ain't no game. When you see me in the skyline, knock me down, come back up. Watch her work, watch her strut now. I don't care what they say, I'ma still have my way. I'm alright, that's for sure. I know I can endure. Back and forth, on and on. Yes, I'm on quite a run, yeah.
Welcome to Rooted Within Her. As you know, this is your go-to podcast if you are looking for inspiration, motivation, and you are just ready to do something different with your life. And most importantly, you just want to be encouraged because as we know, it's a hard life out here. I am Brittany Bossup. I am your host. I am a licensed mental health therapist, a woman veteran, and I am a podcaster, an author, and a keynote speaker. And I'm just excited to be speaking with you today on what we're going to be talking about when we think about our mindset, getting your mindset right. Because as we know, when it comes to Mondays, it's always just so hard for so many people. And so Mondays are our mindset shift days where we get to come and we get to listen and just take away some things that are great for you to be able to take yourself to the next level. If you haven't started following me yet, make sure you follow me on all social media platforms. That is Rooted Within Her. And go to any place that you know to listen to your favorite podcast and make sure you listen to Rooted Within Her. All right. So as we get into our topic today, on overcoming limiting beliefs and emotional healing, we have this scripture here, Romans 12:2. It says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." And so what that means is that we cannot be willing to give in to whatever the world standards are, but we have to be willing to live life on our own accord with our own standards and be okay with that. And there's nothing wrong with being mindful and saying, hey, this is me. This is me. This is the best that you're going to get because I'm showing up, I'm giving my best. But there's nothing that speaks louder than a woman who's willing to say, you know what? I get to create life on my own terms. I can't tell you how many clients come to sessions and they don't realize, hey, you are in the driver's seat. You get to pick and choose who you want in your life. You get to pick and choose who gets in the car with you. You get to stop the car and say, hey, get out. You do not treat me the way that I deserve to be treated. Therefore, you can no longer be in my car. You get to choose that. And so it's just important to be able to see yourself differently. So many things changed in my own life personally when I began to see things differently. When I began to see, hey, I don't have to live a life full of chaos. I don't have to live a life that accepts whatever comes my way. That I can say, no, you don't get to enter. I will no longer be in places where my worth is not valued and appreciated. And when you hold yourself to that standard, you will start to see how things begin to shift in your body. Most importantly, in your mindset. Now, you may be listening today and you may wonder, what is it that I can do? How can I really begin to identify those limiting beliefs that are actually holding me back? Well, it starts with you writing down, what are those limiting beliefs? What is it that you are saying to yourself that is negative? Because our brains are actually wired to really take in that negative information. If you think about it, that's why news stations, they report negative, bad news, because you're willing to remember that your brain is wired. Social media, that's why bad news spreads so fast, because your brain is wired to remember that. But when people do good, it has a different effect on the brain because it takes you longer to really be able to hold on to the information, to process it. And it's really sad, but that is the reality. So we have to retrain our brains to look for the good. We have to retrain our brains to say, no matter what happens today, I choose to focus on the positive. We have to retrain our brains to focus on gratitude, being grateful. And I promise you, if you start doing that, you will start to see a difference in your life. So what I want you to do is write it down. Write down those negative thoughts, and then let's reframe those negative thoughts into positive beliefs, things that are empowering for you. So an example is this. Instead of saying, I'm not good enough, I want you to say, I am more than enough. And the more that starts to creep in where you're like, I'm not good enough, I can, or I won't, or this or that, start telling yourself more and more, I am more than enough, and I am capable of success. So again, I am more than enough, and I am capable of success. Because the reality of it is you have to wake up every day. You have to start seeing yourself as someone who is successful. You have to start seeing yourself as someone who is able to accomplish the greatness. You know, one thing I had to start telling myself as I started to climb the success ladder is that if God did it for them and they have been created no different than myself, then why can't I? I deserve to sit at that table just like everybody else. And so you have to start telling yourself and seeing yourself differently and saying, no matter what is going on, I deserve the best. I see the best in myself and I deserve the best. All right. So as you're going throughout your day, I want you to work on reframing your mindset, thinking about positive aspects of your life. How can you be the most positive person in your life that you can possibly be? And I want you to make sure that you screenshot this episode if it resonated with you in any form or fashion. Share the link to your friends and your homegirls. Let them know, look, this is your new podcast for you, so you can make sure that you are on top of it. You're thinking positive, because what good is it for you to be positive and then everyone in your circle is still negative? Eventually, one or two things is going to happen, okay? You're going to outgrow each other. And so it's important for you to make sure those that are in your circle are also uplifting, empowering, and making sure that they are doing the work as well. So screenshot this episode. Give me some feedback. Tell me what was your biggest takeaway. And make sure you tag me on any social media platform at Rooted Within Her. Again, that is at Rooted Within Her. And if you're looking for some more resources, you're like, hey, I really need some resources. I'm in a place right now. It's hard for me. I'm really trying to elevate, go to the next level, but it's really, really hard. I take some steps forward. I keep getting pulled back. Whatever that is, I want you to go check out rootedwithinher.com. That is where you can get some resources that can help you to level up and be the best version of yourself. So again, thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing up for yourself, because Mondays can be very hard and very challenging for so many people. You did it. You are going to excel at everything you put your mind to. This is your day to be the best version of yourself. Again, I am Brittany Bossup, your host. Have a blessed day.
Yeah, Stella, baby. Feeling it right.